Welcome to another edition of Vikings Update. I'm Mark Potts, Sports Information Director. Our guest today, Michael Mook, head softball coach here at Valley City State University. We'll talk with him coming up later in the show about his team's fall scrimmages. But first, let's get to the highlights. Viking football hosted Mayville State on Saturday in VCSU's homecoming game. This one was a defensive struggle throughout, and the teams combined for 7 turnovers. An interception by Jawan Pugh set up the Viking offense to strike first here as Curtis Walls finds Colby Lum for a touchdown and a 10-0 lead in the first half. Vikings held that lead at halftime, but were unable to muster much in the second half as they dropped the game 14-13 to the Comets. Big game from Viking defensive end Harvey McMahon, finished with 11 tackles, including 5.5 tackles for loss. Vikings are now 3-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. They host Dakota State this Saturday in Valley City. Game time is 4 p.m. Viking volleyball was on the road last weekend for a tournament at Clark University. Losses on Friday in straight sets to Bellevue, which is receiving votes in the poll, and Viterbo University, which is ranked number 2 in the nation. 2 more losses on Saturday as the Vikings fell to Mount Mercy in 4 sets and lost to Ashford in 3 sets. Viking volleyball was back home Tuesday night, non-conference match against Concordia College, a back-and-forth match throughout. Concordia took the first set 25-20, but VCSU with a big second set as they bounced back to win 25-15. Concordia again won set 3 25-20, and then the Cobbers finished off the Vikings with an extra point win in set 4 27-25 to win the match 3-1. Chelsea Christina Ulu led the Vikings with 11 kills in the loss. Freshmen Autumn Johnson and Clarissa Olson each had 8 kills apiece. Vikings are now 7-15 overall. They have some time off here before resuming play on the road October 16th at Dakota State. After a week off, the Viking cross-country team is back on the course Friday at the Jimmy Invitational, hosted by the University of Jamestown, set to start at 4 p.m. Friday in Jamestown. Viking baseball had one game last week, lost 10-2 to Mayville State University. VCSU back at home this weekend Sunday with a doubleheader against Winnipeg at 1 and 4 p.m. Video of those games will be streamed online at vcsuvikings.com. And Viking basketball is getting closer and closer. VCSU has set its annual alumni basketball games for October 17th in Valley City. Women at 4, men at 6 p.m. Vikings will open the regular season the next weekend. Joined on this week's edition of Vikings Update by Michael Mook, new head softball coach here at Valley City State University. Coach, first off, welcome to Valley City State. I know you started, I think the week students reported was your official first week, and then you started practice and fall scrimmages about a week later. I imagine it's been a crazy couple months for you here at the start.
Yeah, everything's went really fast. It's been going great, but I'm really excited to be here at Valley City. Love all the people around here, love the team. It's been great so far.
You've had probably a month and a half now with the team, with the fall practices and scrimmages. What have you seen from the team? What do you like so far about the group of girls you have?
Our kids are great. I mean, they've worked really hard. They're super coachable. That's probably one of the biggest things for me as a coach, is making sure that my kids are going to work at it. That was one of the questions I asked the athletes actually when I interviewed was are you willing to work and do you want to win? And they said yes on both those things, and they've definitely stepped up and made that a true statement. They've been working really hard in the weight room, on the field, all the way around.
I know we can't report scores from scrimmages or anything like that, but, did you see a competitive team out there in the fall?
Absolutely. That's one of the most interesting things I thought from the fall was we have kids that are athletes that they're competitive. They want to win. They want to get out there and compete, and they did a great job this fall. It's fun to see them make improvements just from the beginning of the fall till our last fall game. They definitely made some huge improvements in that time, and I'm looking forward to seeing them play in the spring.
So you have some time off here over the winter without official practices. What do you have planned for those couple months until you resume play in the spring?
Right. For me, it'll be a lot of scheduling and things like that. For the kids, they're going to keep working hard in the weight room and conditioning and agility stuff. And then I'm hoping they're doing some stuff on their own. I told them multiple times, really, what they do between now and the spring season is going to make the difference in their season. If they continue to work on stuff and get better, so that when we get to the spring season, they've got all the mechanics and fundamentals down really well. And then we're just going to take off, and it's going to be a really fun season for them.
Then coming up about a week and a half, October 17th, you guys are hosting a all-skills camp. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're trying to get in, some of the top players in the area here. So we've sent out as much information as we can to different coaches from around the area. We're trying to get some kids from the cities and Canada, and really just get some really good athletes on campus, get a chance to work with them a little bit, and get them a chance to see our campus and kind of what we're all about as a program.
Sounds good, Coach. We appreciate the time today and definitely looking forward to seeing your team out there in the spring.
Thank you.